Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle of Bane and Blood. This is our second episode, Sense of a Sickness. So let's meet our scenting werewolves, starting with Avery.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Avery, at Averydaboi on all the social media platforms. I'm a community investor right here on the Rolling Nomads, and I play a bunch of games, and I fashion myself as something of an internet personality. And today, I will be playing Sense the Sweetwater, the Galestalker Philodox.
That is correct. Az?
Hello, I'm Az, or as I was on social media, because I think I'm funny. I'm the intern here at the Rolling Nomads. You can catch me on Bloodlines, and here on Of Bane and Blood. You should also check out Transylvania Beckons, where I play Jack, the Prince of Our Hearts. And today, I will be playing Timber, Red Talon Ragabash, who is definitely not going to cause problems.
Never. Luna?
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on all the things, including here on Twitch and Patreon. I am the social media director here at the Rolling Nomads. I play in a ton of games here that you should watch because they're all really good. I think so anyway. But today I will be playing Lorelei Savagewind, Black Fury, Theurge.
Very good. Everyone doing so well, remembering all their stuff. Rachel?
Hello, everybody. I'm the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. You can find me at the azurebutterfly.ttv. I am also the creative director here on the Rolling Nomads. I have my storytelling studio, and my hair is getting in my face, so sorry. And today I am playing Hannah Ackerman, the Bone Gnawer Theurge.
So good. Take us out, Ramos.
Hello. I'm Gilbert Ramos, aka at Ramos the Nomad. I am the media director here at the Rolling Nomads, and I do things. I'm something of an internet personality myself. I'm sorry, it's just a stupid joke. Today I will be playing. Don't look at me. I'll be playing Elias Richter, aka Heart Eater, the Arun Ghost Council.
Very good. I am nothing of an internet personality. My name is Huddy. I'm your storyteller for this evening. And who what do I hold a position at Rolling Nomads? I know it's a joke that I do, but I don't actually.
We have
right?
you.
You're our German
staff,
ambassador, I think.
We have you as German Special Forces Division.
Something like
Perfect. That's me. I'm German Special Forces over at Rolling Nomads. Anyway, this is a Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent, but please check in with yourselves as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing. All the content warnings will be down in the description below. So if you all are ready, lass uns anfangen, and let's return to Berlin with Elias and Lorelei right in the middle of things, in medias res, as we say. As Hannah, Sweets, and Timber abscond back to the sept with Maggie in tow, Elias and Lorelei, you're just standing outside of the soup kitchen in Charlottenburg with your ex-wife, Elias, April, and the apparent owner of the establishment, a woman named Aylin. Now, April has been, let's say, more than terse, more than mean, more than cruel to you in just the few moments that you've been standing here with her. And as she absconds, or as the rest of your pack absconds, Aylin approaches April and begins speaking to her in Turkish. Again, Elias, you can understand that. And she's chastising her. She's saying, April, this establishment is owned by Wait Enterprises, and you cannot be acting this way in front of people. It is unseemly. You are a representation of Edgar Waite and myself, and I don't know what's gotten into you. I've never seen you act like this before. And Elias, if you'll make me a wits and insight roll, please. Lorelei, you're having trouble. First of all, you can't follow the conversation because it's in Turkish, but you're also having trouble concentrating because, as per your role in last episode, you can't stop looking at Aylin. You know April is there, and you know Hannah told you that something is wrong with April, what she sees in her penumbral senses, but with your penumbral senses, Aylin is a force of creation, a wild spirit in a person's body is what it seems like to you. And there's a part of you that almost wants to touch her. So intensely are you staring at her. What did you roll, Elias?
I'm still at 3 rates, correct?
You are. Everyone's sheets should remain the same.
That tracks. Ex-wife. 2 successes with the teeth. So shit's rough if I fail.
I only needed 1 success, so you don't fail.
God bless.
But that could have been real bad. You've known April long enough that I only required one success. You see April's entire demeanor change in a way that you've never seen it change. April suddenly turns her voice soft. She rolls her shoulders forward, almost in a submissive way, to Aelin and sort of lowers her head slightly so that she doesn't appear to be taller than her, which she is. Aelin is quite short. And April immediately says, You are correct, Miss Madame. I am so sorry. I did not mean to please let me take you for a drink. Let me apologize to you. We should meet for a drink. And immediately Aelin waves the offer away and she says, April, I am already late. I need to go speak with Mr. Waite. His sabbatical is ending soon. I need to go meet with him. Please finish your business in a polite and professional way and go home. You don't need to go back to the office today.
If it would be all right, would it trouble you terribly if we had a way to contact you? A phone number, even if it's just your intern or was a receptionist of some sort?
Aelin opens up her purse and pulls out 2 cards. One is a general card for Waite Enterprises. It has her name on it, but also has Edgar Waite's name on it. The number is the same, though. It's the general number for Waite Enterprises. And a second card, which is for this particular soup kitchen.
Thank you.
If this is a complaint about a brew, please call the Waite Enterprises number.
No, it's completely understandable. We have a way of getting under each other's skin. But just for future endeavors.
If you must get under each other's skin, I only ask you do it somewhere else.
Of course. You don't want to be in trouble for your place of business.
Thank you.
Good evening.
She leaves. And Lorelei, as she leaves, and you watch her walk away, and that wild energy suddenly diminishes. I need you to roll me. I'm not going to make you spend the willpower since we're still in the scene from last week. I need you to roll me intelligence and wisdom again.
Okay.
You rolled 2 successes. No, okay. You wouldn't see anything else out of April.
So no, don't roll?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was talking to Elias.
Oh, okay.
That wits and insight just was not high enough for you to notice anything else.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. You look over to April, who is also watching Aelin leave. She hasn't turned back around. And inside of her, as I said to Hannah, all of the wild energy inside of Aelin is diminished inside of April. Everything inside of her is static, cold, stagnant, hard, steel. Nothing about her changes, nothing about her moves, nothing about her ages or decays. Eventually, though, she does turn to you, Elias. What do you want, Elias?
I told you already we came to get my friend's wife.
And so you have... What else do you want?
What will make you think I need anything from you?
I didn't say need. I said want. Gottnimmer.
I don't want anything from you at Broom. Besides, it seems like you've got a leash on now.
You would think that. Wouldn't you? It's only terminology you understand, isn't it?
Okay. But Elias, we should probably leave. I think they're waiting on us.
Yes, you should leave. And out of April's briefcase, she pulls out a pair of sunglasses, which is strange. It's at night, and it's raining. And she puts on the sunglasses and stares at both of you. Intelligence and resolve from both of you, please. Okay. Well, unfortunately, rolled for her 7 successes, as she is a person of great power. So as she puts the sunglasses on and stares at both of you forget. You forget why you're here. You forget seeing Aelin, April. You're not entirely sure how you got here, where you are. Elias, you have 2 cards in your hand. one of which is for Wait Enterprises, one is which is for the soup kitchen that you seem to be next to. And Lorelei, you don't know why you're here. No idea. You don't know how you got here. Strange. And there's no one around.
When did we get here?
I don't know. This isn't right.
Where are the others?
I don't know. Can you call them? Can you text them?
Sure. I will message Hannah. Be like, yo, where you at?
I'm driving.
Oh, don't text and drive.
I see my phone going off, and whoever's in the passenger seat, which I think, oh no, it's not Timber. It is it Sweets? No, who's in the passenger seat with
Timber is in,
Oh.
and
No.
and Sweets is in back with Maggie. Absolutely hand it to Timber. You hand your phone to Timber. Timber?
Uh-oh.
What?
What? I think Lorelei is trying to see where we are. Could you please let her know that we're on our way back to the cairn?
She knows we're on our way back to the cairn. It's fine. We don't.
Type it into the phone.
The Weaver trash. No.
Hold on. I'm pulling over if I can.
Gus slams hands onto the side.
Also, certainly hand the phone to Sweets, Timber, as well.
Sweets, Timber. We need driver. Okay. Sweets, Lorelei is doing the thing with the beeping.
You let her know that we're on our way home.
I thought Elias could mind speak. I don't know why we're still using these.
Weaver trash.
I swear to God, if you throw my phone out the window.
Throw phone out window. Timber can do that and just
No.
reaches over
No.
to run
No. We are pulled over. We are stopped now, and I am fighting for my fucking phone.
Yeah, Timber will toss it back to Hannah.
Oh my God.
Sweets will just lean over to Maggie and be like, see there, this reminds me so much of Talia and Tiara. It's ridiculous.
And now I'm sad.
Do you call?
I will respond.
Do you respond? Do you call?
Yeah. I'm just gonna text back because that's like the quickest way.
What was the text, Lorelei? Exactly.
Where are you? Where are you guys at?
On the road, heading back home. Everything okay? Question mark.
Yeah, they're headed back home. Where'd they go?
I'm more concerned with what the fuck we're doing here.
Elias, would you like to
Don't.
use Mind Speak?
Absolutely. With no real explanation from the fucking text message. Yeah, that's gonna be his next step.
Spend me 1 point of willpower. Roll me wisdom and resolve, and tell me exactly who you're speaking with.
Absolutely. I'll contact Sweets. Wisdom resolve. 3 successes.
Yes. So as you're in the back seat, Sweets with Maggie, and Hannah pulls back onto the Autobahn to continue back to Potsdam, you feel the presence of Elias push into your mind. There's an open communication between you now.
Sweets, you're heading home?
Back to the cairn with Maggie, yeah.
You found her.
You were there. She was in the soup kitchen. Cracked teeth gave us a lead.
Lorelei are standing here now. We don't know how we got here or what we were doing here.
You showed up right after we did. So. How much have you had to drink today?
Precious little. Something's wrong.
Well, head back to the cairn. We have to protect it, and we have to be there for the moot, and I'm the master of the challenge.
We're on our way.
Alright.
Sweets.
Mm.
Congratulations.
It'll be congratulations when we get Tiara back to the cairn.
One step at a time.
You're right. Don't get pulled over.
See you soon, old man.
Mm.
They're heading back to the cairn. We have a lot to discuss.
Why were we here? Ugh, whatever, let's just head back.
They found Maggie.
What? They did?
We were here for it.
Weird.
We'll talk on the way. Brainstorm.
Okay.
The three of you arrive back to the cairn before your compatriots do. And Sweets, it's difficult to get Maggie out of the car. She's terrified. She's so nervous and worried about what her children are going to think. She's worried about infecting the cairn with her sadness, her Harano, and it's almost difficult to get her out of the car. She's almost frozen in there. And she says, Crimson, I can't do this. I should go back. I should go back to Berlin. I can walk. You don't have to drive me back. I don't think I should be here.
This is your home. It always has been.
Grunewald was my home when I had my wolf. I don't know. What will the children think when they see me?
Ilva and Bertrand and Talia and Marcus will be so excited to see you.
Tiara?
I'll deal with it. She's always been the one who required a father's hand the most. And I've let her go too far.
She shakily takes your hands as you help her out of the car. Hana and Timber, do you head to the cairn first? Do you wait here and watch this? Do you warn everyone? You felt the sadness in the car.
Yeah, I think Timber would have taken a moment to see that Sweets was handling the thing with Maggie and went to go find probably Marcus or Cascada.
All right.
One, to warn Marcus, because I don't think anyone's warned him that we went and picked up his mom, and Cascada, because we have someone with a bunch of Harano coming into the cairn.
I need you to decide for me which one you're going to go find.
I already tackled this Cascada once. I'm gonna go find Marcus.
All right. What about you, Hana?
I will confer with Timber what we should do, because I think she knows more about this than Hana does right now. What would you like me to do?
Well, Timber is going to go warn the human because I don't think anyone warned him that we went to go get his mother. But probably someone should let someone know that we're bringing... Just kind of look back at the van. Something that could cause an issue back home.
Heard. You want me to go let Cascada know?
Yes, and if you see cracked teeth, please hit him, because he did not convey the message properly that Timber left for him about Elias and Lorelei.
Sure.
Good.
Hana will start walking towards where she believes Cascada to be, and no, she's not thinking about actually hitting crack.
All right. Both of you roll me wits and awareness versus someone else's.
Do rage still?
Ah, yes,
And
the
We'll see what
rage.
in order we'll take this. And then we'll bring our wayward pack mates back into the scene.
2 successes, but on my rage dice, I got teeth. So.
Noted. What about you, Timber?
I got 4.
Okay. So, Timber, you're pretty quick, you're pretty fast, and you find Marcus before anyone else comes upon the scene. Hey, you never told me if you liked the asparagus and hollandaise sauce.
It was good. I would have eaten your broken sauce. Timber would probably have enjoyed it. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't leak. Timber does not want you to leak. Please. Your father and the rest of the pack went to Berlin because Timber's brother's mate found mother.
Are you saying that my dad went to Berlin and found my mom?
Yes.
He immediately leaves this conversation and heads right out of the cairn towards the parking lot.
Timber was probably going to try and stop him because even though Maggie is upsetting to Timber, she did hear what Maggie said about not wanting her kids to see her.
You can stop him, no problem, if that is your decision.
Okay, Timber needs to warn Marcus. Mother is not well, and be kind, and do not leak on her.
He sort of just shakes his head at you like, why are you saying these things? And continues onward.
Okay.
Do you physically stop him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you physically stop him, physically hold on to him. Perfect. Sweets, outside with Maggie. You're helping Maggie. Maggie is trepidatious. She's clinging on to you. She's afraid, but she's trying to trust you and follow you. And that's when you see Bertrand and Ilva leaving the cairn, ready to head home. They see Maggie, they see you, and they run over to her immediately. And Bertrand says, "Oh my fucking god, Mom!" and immediately hugs her. Maggie is shaking, but she's letting this happen. She's in shock. She's not sure what she's supposed to be doing. Ilva is hugging her as well.
Sweets will hold on to all three of them.
Bertrand takes Maggie's hands in his and he says, "Mom, we have to take... You look awful. Dad, what the fuck? Why does she look like this?"
She's been living hard.
"Mom, we have to take you to the hospital. I gotta take you to the hospital. Now." And Maggie begins shaking her head vociferously. She turns away from them, starts clinging on to you, Crimson, or Sweets, calling you Crimson.
I'm gonna move your mother in with Marcus here.
She has to go to the hospital, Dad. Look at her.
I know. We'll figure something out.
Her wounds are fucking infected.
What about that? Remember, you said something about an in-home nurse. What about that? What
She
can we
has
do?
to go to the hospital now. They have to run tests. They have to check her blood. She looks like she's dying. You seriously gonna fucking fight me on this?
No, I'm just trying to see the path. She doesn't have a wolf, but she's still Guru. I don't know what that will look like with the medicine man's tests.
Hana, you find Cascada. She is sitting on the largest seat here, or the middle seat that's up on a pedestal for the moot, sort of waiting for everyone to get back. She sees you approach. Yes, Hana.
Hi. So we might have a situation. Good, bad. I don't know how to how this is going to vibe with you, but we found Maggie. She's here.
Okay. How is she doing?
both good and bad at the same time. She seems very sad. I don't quite know how to explain the feeling. But Timber said I should warn you.
I understand. And she looks over at Crookpaw, who is in his Homid form and wearing clothes and looks like he's ready at any moment to tear them off. And she sort of looks at him and nods, and he gets down off of his seat and follows her out to the cairn. You may follow them as well. Timber, you're in Homid form, but you do, I'm sure, have a lot of dice. Marcus is going to attempt to break away from you. He doesn't want to be held back. He wants to go see his mother.
I know.
He has got some good strength and athletics from work in the land. So,
So is it strength and brawl?
strength and brawl. Ooh, he rolled a
Strong
critical
boy.
He rolled a critical success. Look at him.
Oh, he's a tough lad.
Yeah,
That's my boy.
he's
that's
a
my
farmer's
boy.
He's a farmer's boy.
I also rolled a crit. So that's 4.
Well, I got a crit +1, so I got
7.
5. Okay, yep. So he's not gonna let him go. So he's gonna start making a scene, and he's gonna start yelling. He's gonna tell you to let him go.
Marcus
What the
Tim-
fuck is this? What are you
Marcus
doing?
Timber is trying to help because right now your mother does not need you like this. This is what Maggie is scared of seeing. Is you like this? You need calm and love.
I'll be fucking calm. Let me go.
Marcus is not calm.
Not while you're holding on to me. Let me fucking go. I haven't seen her in 11 years. Let me go.
Just remember she is not well. Be kind.
Do you let him go?
Yeah.
He sort of brusquely removes his arm from you and races out to the cairn, or to the sort of parking lot here. And out here, Sweets, Bertrand is being he's getting up there. He's getting aggressive. You can tell it's coming from a place of concern and worry, but he is not okay that you are not overtly saying, yes, please take Maggie to the hospital. And Ilva says, Dad, she's not Garu anymore. Obviously. Look at her. Look at her.
She can still take the mother's touch. We have Theurges here who can do it. Who can heal her.
She needs to go to a hospital. She needs to come back with us. She doesn't belong here.
Just let me speak with Cascada, and then we will decide.
Marcus comes running out, and he immediately goes over to Maggie and hugs her, and Maggie hugs him back. She's shaking and still holding on to you, Crimson, with one hand. And Marcus says, we're going to take care of you, Mom. You're not going anywhere. And this inflames Bertrand and Elva. The three of them start fighting, Bertrand and Elva on one side, and Marcus on the other. Bertrand insistent that Maggie needs to come with them. They need to take her to the hospital. Marcus saying that no, she needs to be with her people, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And Bertrand says to Marcus, you're not one of them. You're one of us, just like her. Stop pretending that you're one of them.
That's enough. You are my children, and I love you all. And you will stay here, and I will hear no more words of this until I have spoken with Cascada. Remember the face of your mother.
Sweets, I need you to roll a strength and athletics, please. Or composure and athletics, excuse me.
Crit +2, 6.
Bertrand pushes you. He's angry. And you don't fall backwards, but he pushes you with more strength than he should have for his build. And he says, fuck you. She's our mother.
What have you done to yourself?
And Elias and Lorelei, you arrive as you watch Bertrand pushing on Sweets. And at that exact moment, you watch Cascada appear. She rapid shifts into her Glabro form, And she grabs Bertrand by the back of the neck. You see this? You watch Crookpaw shift down into his Hispo form and jump into the fray. Always seems to be Cascada's attack dog. And she picks Bertrand up by the back of the neck off of the ground. And that is what the two of you see as you arrive at the cairn.
Put him down, Blood Moon. He was within his rights.
Lorelei and Elias, do you have anything to say to this as you approach the scene?
Immediately out of the car and by Cascada's side.
How'd you, Lorelei?
I think Lorelei would be not wanting to get in the middle of anything and just kind of be slowly approaching the scene from the car.
Certainly. Cascada does put him down, but she continues to hold on to the back of his neck while Crookpaw snarls at him. Ilva suffers from the delirium. So does Maggie.
Does Bertrand?
No.
Timber's getting right next to Maggie. Like, right next to Maggie.
No.
Oh, if I were to clock that, I would start walking a little quicker towards the scene.
He does act like he does, though. But no, it's not quick enough. It's not like last time when he burned himself in the mess hall. Now that you think of it, it was just 1 second too late. It was just 1 second after Marcus's.
Yeah, no, Timber's standing there and she's starting to, like, under her breath, growl at Bertrand and check where Marcus and Ilva are, because if he decides to shift, we're pushing him out of the way.
Put away your teeth near my son, Crookpaw.
He doesn't acknowledge you. Instead, he looks to Cascada again, who has set Bertrand on the ground, but she still has her hand around the back of his neck. You're right, Bertrand. You're not one of us. Marcus is, however. She shifts back down to her Hamid form, which again sets Maggie and Marcus and Ilva off. Sweets, deal with your son, now.
I will, but I will hear no words that any of my children do not have the rights that I have here. Kinfolk or Garu, it does not matter.
If it comes to protecting Garu, or protecting humans, I choose Garu. Always.
You've let poison seep in your ear for too long, then. All are of Gaia. Remember the words of the Silver Record.
Sweets, I have spoken. Deal with your son.
Do you? Which of us has access to the Mother's touch?
I do.
Heal her, please.
And I will slowly approach her. Be like, okay, I'm gonna touch you lightly, okay?
Sweets will kind of whisper in her ear. She is Lilette's ward. You can trust her. She's our family.
A very rare thing that I do is just this double skill roll. I need you to roll me medicine and occult, please.
Okay.
Cascada comes up to you, Elias, and she says, "That was unacceptable. I have welcomed his children in here for years. They are not allowed to lay hands on Garu. Ever."
I know.
3 successes. As you lay hands on Maggie, so you don't have to expend any ability. So you lay hands on Maggie, something feels wrong. Something is blocking your ability to help her. And you're not entirely sure. You know that she's suffering from Harano. She's suffering from a loss of her wolf. And you're not sure if this affects Mother's Touch, or if this affects your abilities of healing. But you think maybe it does. You cannot heal her. You cannot help her. Not this way.
Sweet, something is wrong. Wounds aren't closing.
We'll look to Marcus and Bertrand and Ilva. Take her. Bring her back.
Sweets.
Dad, no. Let me. I will take care of her. I will get stuff from the pharmacy. I will take care of her.
Sweets, it's not a physical ailment.
I have spoken.
Sweet, she needs to tell of.
I have spoken!
Marcus comes up to you, grabs your face in his hands, and presses his forehead against yours, and Bertrand scoffs when he does this. Marcus says, Dad, I will take care of her. Do you trust me? I won't let her go. I'll take care of her, I promise.
We need to bring one of the human medicine men to speak with her, to see her.
I know.
He'll look to
Please,
Cascana.
we can't let her leave. I can't.
He'll look to Cascana. She can remain while the healer sees to her.
If she doesn't decide to attack other Garu unprovoked, I have no issue with her staying here.
We will speak of this later.
Much later. Deal with your business. The mood is about to begin.
She will stay. Marcus, begin what you need. Marcus, begin what you need to do. Make the calls you need to make.
He looks at you. Lorelei, do you know anything, like mundane? Like, that herbs? Do you know herbs that might help her? Like mundane herbs?
Yeah, I can help you.
When the mood is over, will you come help me?
Of course.
Thank you.
Speaks with spirits and runs without a pack. May be able to help, but runs without a pack will not help you.
I'm not letting Tiara anywhere near Mom.
We will see.
And Maggie looks, just in general, shocked and scared. She suffered from the delirium. And she, as Marcus tries to lead her away, she looks back at you, Crimson. Or Sweets.
I'll walk them to Marcus's home.
Mm-hmm. So now the four of you are left with Bertrand and Ilva in the parking lot. Cascada returns to the moot. And Bertrand is like, fuck it. And he goes to leave.
Stopping him.
Mm-hmm. What?
What is the meaning of this?
We're not fucking werewolves. We have to do things the mundane way. And the fact that he puts up a fucking fight about it, and Marcus thinking that he's a wolf. He ain't a wolf.
It's true, you're not Wolf. So why don't you flinch at the sight of us anymore?
Who said I didn't
What have
flinch?
you done?
Who said I didn't flinch?
Do I look
Timber?
stupid to you?
I don't even know who you are.
Don't make me teach you. Why don't you flinch, boy?
I don't have to talk to you.
How is Burn doing?
What?
You burnt self. How is Burn?
He holds up his burn.
You
It
should
doesn't look
fix
as
that.
bad as it doesn't look as bad as it should.
What
He
did you
looks
do?
more healed.
I'm a fast healer.
Anna has a joint in her mouth again, and I would like to activate penumbral senses on him.
Spend a point of willpower, intelligence, and wisdom.
Yep. As a note, I have 2 remaining willpower.
Wonderful.
Welcome
Let's
to
see.
If anyone would like to do anything more mundane, they may as well.
I'm gonna grab him. We're gonna get physical.
Let's get physical. All right. Make me a strength and brawl. Or strength and athletics, rather, since you're not trying to hurt him, I assume.
5 successes on a crit.
Perfect.
Okay.
What you see Hannah with 5 successes on a crit is he looks like a perfectly mundane, ordinary human. Nothing strange about him. But if you look a little deeper, he's got dead blood inside of him, mixed with his own.
I probably know enough at this point to at least guess what that might mean.
I don't think... No.
No.
This is not a vampire, if that's what you're thinking. So no.
No, I think he's a ghoul.
I know Rachel thinks he's a ghoul. I don't know if Hannah would... I don't know if they would have gone into the intricacies of what they know about leeches.
But I know there's something wrong with his blood.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna chew on the joint for a second before pulling it out, and she's just gonna say, "What's wrong with your blood?"
Crit +3, Huddy.
Yeah, you can hold
7.
on to him pretty easily. I don't know, I'm not a phlebotomist. And Ilva's...
Answer her.
Insight check.
Wits and insight, sure. I think it's fairly obvious everyone knows that he's lying.
Oh,
Ilva
man.
looks extremely upset and scared, and she's like...
Does Luna have a character with insight dots here?
I do, isn't that weird? That's why I'm asking.
My God.
My insight's ass, but let me roll it anyway.
Never forget. Never forget.
I will never forget me, you know.
Okay, 3 successes.
Yeah, he's definitely lying.
For
He's
sure,
lying
for
and he's
sure.
nervous.
I can see it in you.
I should've never
There's something
fucking
not
come
right.
here.
I
Should've
want
never
the
fucking
truth
come
from
here.
you now. Do you think your father is enough to protect you?
I don't need him to protect me. If you want to kill me, just fucking kill me.
No, I don't think anyone wants to kill you, but you're being real sus right now. You should just come out with it.
Let's just talk about it. We can vibe. It's fine.
Vibe. I just want to go home. I wanted to take my mother with me and get her proper medical care, but you know, fuck me for wanting that, right?
I mean, it's understandable. I just don't think it'll do anything.
Right. What do you want from me?
The truth.
None of you have ways to coerce him unless you start beating him physically.
I'm getting
pretty
real
sure that's
close.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that's an option. Looking at how he is.
Sorry, sweets. We'll deal with that later.
The dead blood comment. It's getting real upsetting to Timber, especially. over the
Ilva is
past
also
year or so.
looking very upset and scared. And she's like, please let my brother go. I'm sorry. We caused a problem. We won't come back. I promise.
Well, I'll put a gentle hand on Elias, like on his arm, and be like, "You don't need to. Nothing needs to get blown up out of proportion. We just want to find out what's going on. Can I roll persuasion?"
Mm-hmm. You can roll a charisma and persuasion roll
Wow, character with social skills. That's crazy.
versus a composure and resolve for Elias.
Timber's just thinking about what pine cones told her at dinner.
Oh,
About
about
sometimes they're useful.
how sometimes vampires are useful.
Willpower.
Wonder why he would have made that comment.
Yeah, Timber's gonna kind of just like has been like kind of circling in case Elias decided that this was the time,
Mm-hmm.
and stops. And steals the joint from Hana.
Yeah, Lorelei's pretty convincing.
You are not welcome back here until you fix yourself.
We
Whatever
won't,
poison runs through your blood, get rid of it.
we won't come back. I promise. You can say goodbye to our father for us. We won't come back.
You're welcome to say goodbye to him yourself once you cleanse yourselves.
What does it mean?
For the record, you see nothing in Ilva. Just for the record.
Not you, sweet other pup. Just this one. You can come back. You say
Sweets-
many weird things.
Sweets, you return as you hear that Elias saying that Bertrand is not welcome back until he cleanses himself of whatever's inside of him.
My children are welcome wherever I am welcome.
No, Sweets, they're not.
Sweets,
Is
there's something
you
wrong with his blood.
Any of you are free to challenge me over this ruling at the moot.
Don't bother. I don't want to fucking come back here anyway. Come on, Ilva. Let's go.
Throw him down.
Bye, Dad.
Sweets will embrace both of his children. And in Bertrand's ear, he will say, "You've done nothing wrong. You are within your rights. I love you."
If Mom dies in the night, call us so we can arrange a funeral at least.
Bertrand. I'm trying.
Yeah, you keep saying that, don't you? Come on, Elva, let's go.
I'll look to Elva. Please.
I'm sorry, I don't know what got into him. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. But you've always looked out for him. And I trust you. Please. You promised lunch tomorrow. Come back, please, both of you.
Maybe.
If you can't, if you don't, I will come to you.
Why don't you just take care of Mom? Please.
I will. But I think she needs to see all of us together. I think it'll help.
Priorities, Dad. Doctor first.
I will. I love you. I'm proud of you.
Bertrand honks on the horn. Ilva, I'm leaving.
If he leaves, we have another car for you.
It's okay.
He's upset, and he has every right to be. He's not wrong. I see him.
I'll call you, okay?
I love you.
I love you too. Give my love to Mom.
She feels it, but I will tell her what you said.
And Ilva leaves as well. And that leaves the pack all here outside of the cairn. Gonna have a discussion now.
So, is there something that I'm missing? Because I saw what was wrong with his blood, but what does that fucking mean?
What was wrong with his blood?
It looked dead. Or at least infused with something dead.
Was?
Would I have seen this sort of thing back in New York?
Everyone can roll me wits and occult. Not Hannah. Hannah, as the youngest, probably wouldn't know yet.
I was so excited.
I know. You did so good. But you're still baby. You're a baby wolf.
That is 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. You're really low, Ramos. Say it again.
Apologies, that was, again, me just talking low. A crit.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's single crit as well.
Okay, so Lorelei, Timber, sorry, no. Lorelei, you would have seen this with Lilette in Berlin. Elias, you would have seen this in the towns around the Black Forest, especially the larger towns. And Sweets, you definitely would have seen this in New York. Bertrand is most likely a ghoul, a servant of a leech. They feed them their blood, which gives them abilities and extra strength and virality and stamina, and elongates their life.
Oh, shit. Do you guys think that a leech got to him?
He was a fucking vampire? Didn't seem...
I mean, when we were at the club place with the loud noises, we smelled Bertrand.
That's right.
He's a servant.
again.
Sweets.
If Hannah says so, loud place. We don't go back. Unless it's to kill more leeches. That was fun. We should do that again.
Hana just staring in the distance.
If you see this as fit to judge my son, then you must judge me for the covenant I made with Wolf. Sickness is sickness. If I can be redeemed, so can my son.
That was what Elias was saying.
Whatever poison is left in his body must be expunged first.
That
Otherwise,
is-
he's a danger to this cairn.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm getting every answer but the answer that I asked for. What does it actually mean?
Means he's a
overall?
servant of a leech.
Okay. Got you. So
More
was it safe
air,
for us to
less
let him go like that?
What else are we supposed to do?
We could have killed him, but then
Hey,
Sweets would be
Let's
upset.
not go to killing just immediately. We don't need to kill everyone we come across, right?
And I need you to get educated.
He's just staring at Elias.
I will see to this. It is my duty as your den father.
So, Timber has other question.
What?
Who's the steel lady?
The what?
Uh-huh.
Hannah said that lady was steel. Who is she?
Abru. I think her name
I
was-
was not asking Sweets. Timber was asking Elias.
How do you know Abram?
Timber and Abru had conversation.
She was helping run the facility that Maggie was at.
Wait, we were at his that's okay. That makes more sense.
All of you witnessed Elias speaking to April. All of you witnessed it.
He'll walk
We-
forward and put his hand on Elias's shoulder and put his forehead to his. They work for Wait Enterprises.
Which Elias heard from the Aelin, the one who was spirit.
Pull out the
It's a
business
spirit
cards.
Yes, Hannah and Lorelei spoke of this.
It seems your minds have been tampered with.
That's just rude.
I can only ask for 2 rolls here. One for Sweets, which is another wits and occult roll, and one for Hana, intelligence and wisdom.
Three
God, I put so
successes.
much in it.
You remember Aelin had a force of will. She imparted her will upon you. You felt her intention wash over you. It was power like you've never felt before. Maybe Aelin did something to them in the same way that she tried to do to you that you were able to resist. What about you, Hannah?
4.
So you look at them, your packmates, you see all over their skin an aura. It's like a see-through, transparent steel. Just like inside of April. It's covering them from head to toe.
She's gonna walk up to Lorelei and kind of just like, not physically touching, but just like moving her hand through that aura. There's something around all of you, this steely aura.
Ew.
What happened?
They were will workers.
Timber will see what insides look like. That is promised now.
I'm sorry, I'm the one that's asking all the stupid questions here. What's a will worker?
Deep medicine. I don't know how else
Okay.
to describe it. I've never met one personally. I've only heard the stories. They can use their will to change the world around them. Magic. Deep magic.
That seems
They are.
excessively dangerous.
They are spirits made flesh.
That explains some of the vibes we got at the soup kitchen. That's for damn sure.
We can continue this conversation after the moot. We have kept our sept waiting long enough.
Yeah, but isn't the aura that's kind of like clinging to all of you, like, could that be like fucking around with anything else? Like, is that something that we should like remove? Is there any way?
I doubt my selenite wand's gonna do anything about it. Ugh.
We are going to step onto the holy ground kept by a loon. If that cannot purify, then nothing can.
Fair enough.
But again, I am no Theurge.
And for clarification, Hannah, that the energy that you feel covering Elias and Lorelei is the same energy you felt from April, not the energy you felt from Aelin.
Oh, I think it'll take a second because like with everything that's been kind of going on, and she'll be like,
everything in Aelin was wild and shifting and changing creation. A werewolf of a different faith might consider it divine, some sort of divinity. Aprus is nothing like that.
Hannah just has a. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. The aura that's on Elias and Lorelei. That's it. April. It's the same vibe that I was getting from her, and now it's on you, both of you.
Ew.
You've been bewitched.
This is not acceptable.
Fuck her.
She did promise to see Timber again, and we will fix this then.
It's not acceptable, but it isn't surprising.
Again, we have kept the sept waiting long enough. We can speak more after the moot. Or,
Yeah.
as I said, I am your den father, not your pack leader. Do what you will. But one of you must lead.
I'll turn around and start walking.
Decisive.
How very black fury of you, Lorelei. All right, so you're going to head into the cairn, head to the moot. For some of you, the first moot that you've ever been to. For Timber, Hannah, and Lorelei, this is moot number 1. For Elias, definitely not moot number 1. And for Sweets, definitely not moot number 1. But Elias and Sweets, you have places to sit on the council, while the rest of your pack sits on the ground or in chairs, lower than you, but still with a voice. And we're going to take a break right here before we get into the nitty-gritty of why we are being called here tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Of Bane and Blood. When we left off, Sweets' children had a little fight over their mother. Marcus ended up winning, however, and she's allowed to stay in the cairn. And they discovered that Bertrand might be a servant of a leech, or most likely is a servant of a leech, a ghoul, if you will. And as the pack heads into the cairn proper to begin the moot that everyone has been waiting on them for, Hannah, you're Lorelei first. You're bringing up the rear. And you pass by the van that the Berlin pack came in. The one that crack teeth and bulletproof and pine cones, well, the one that they all came in. And you hear something in the van. It sounds like sizzling, like something burning. And I will allow you if you go and peek into the van or not, as the rest of your pack absconds.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. They cooking in there?
Mm-hmm. It's tinted, so you press your face against it and peek in.
Mm-hmm.
And you peek in. What you see is a werewolf wrapped in silver.
Anybody else? Anything else in there?
Yes. A person with a stake through their heart.
Does Lorelei has a cell phone? I'm pulling out my cell phone. Come back right now. We're bring whoever, something in the van.
As you pull out your phone, and before you can shoot the text off, Crack Teeth comes out of the van from the driver's side. Closes it. He says, "Better get on to the moot pub. Those prizes are for later."
Just kind of staring at him ominously, like...
You take one look back through the windows. Something that you can't shake. It's the werewolf has green eyes.
Hana feels like she's outmaneuvered right now on whatever this is going on right here. So she is just going to try to find the others now really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, Elias and Sweets are up on the pedestal, or the seats that they have up here. You can find Timber and Lorelei, however. Do you sit on the grass? Do you sit on some chairs, on some benches?
Grass.
Yeah. If Timber can avoid it, she's gonna stay like a little bit away from the crowd so she can survey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you sit
And also keeping an eye out for cracked teeth and pine cones.
Crack Teeth is coming in with Hana. Pine Cones is sitting next to you, so is Hard Rain.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah,
Oh.
sitting with Hard Rain and pine cones and making sure Lorelei comes with.
Do I know if Timber can read?
Timber can read.
Timber
can
can read. Timber speaks 3 languages. Thank you very much.
Okay. Speaking the languages is one thing, but reading, I gotta ask.
Timber got a whole ass job.
Timber's the only one with a job.
That's crazy.
I played myself for the beer and banana juice.
Hana is basically just like sitting as she's walking, she's typing on her phone rapidly. And she's going to sit like in between, but just behind Lorelei and Timber. Like when people are like just right next to each other, you just sneak up to in the core of them. You're just and she's gonna be like, keeping this quiet. I'm whispering, but I'm trying not to be picked. I'm trying to still be picked up by the mic. She's gonna hold her phone out in between them, and on the phone it says, "Berlin van has wolf wrapped in silver and someone with a stake."
Pine Cones immediately picks up your phone and chucks it to the other side of the cairn. Weaver trash.
Weaver trash. And Pinecone's trash for not telling Timber about surprise.
Surprise for later.
Tell Timber, though. Timber would keep quiet.
No, you Ragabash.
And
Hana's seething.
what is Hana?
Hana
What is
looks like she's
trouble?
about to punch Pine Cones. Hana looks like she's about to throttle Pine Cones.
Put a hand on Hana's leg. Just give a little rub.
The other Red Talon, Timber's sister, Hard Rain, looks at you and she says, "Bad for us technology. You use technology around us. Offensive. Offensive to us. To our spirit."
True. Griffin hates Weaver trash. We know. No.
We said to Griffin, we no use. And if we do use...
Why do you have one of us bound in silver in
Not
your van?
one of us.
It's a surprise. Do you not understand surprise? And he says surprise in German. He says surprise in Polish. He says surprise in the Garu tongue. Surprise?
Like, Timber's looking at Pinecone's like, not one of us.
I am not a Philodox. I'm Arun.
But Pinecones fight. Pinecones no.
It's... Will you just wait for surprise? This is why I say nothing.
Sweets is going to look to Cascada, hearing rumblings in the crowd.
Mhm.
Probably not just from here. There are probably other people speaking as well.
Cascada's going to look to you, Elias. Call the moot, Wormfoe.
We are amongst only Garui, right? Everyone else is outside of the space?
Marcus is not here, yeah. So it's just all the Garu are here. Yeah, they're all here.
He will drop to Lupus
Mhm.
and begin a howl.
Of course, everyone stands to attention when you do that. Does anyone else shift forms to join the howl?
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
that all three of the siblings immediately shift and howl, but poor problem.
Hana will give an a woo, but she is not shifting.
What about you, Lorelei?
I'll shift and howl, yeah.
And you see many of the other ones shift and howl. Pine Cones and Hard Rain, they were almost like they couldn't fucking wait to get back to Lupus form. Speak for Spirits does not change. Instead, she starts dramatically playing on her guitar. Provan and Viomini, they both shift down to Lupus form. Cascada shifts to her Glabro form. Actually, she never unshifted. She stays in her Glabro form. And she stands up, and she says, "A moot has been requested by Finley Moorwalker of the Silent Strider tribe, member of the Berlin Pack. Please step forward." And Finley does. He's in his Hamid form. Crackteeth follows pretty closely behind him, as does Talia. Crackteeth has a projector, and he sort of blares it onto one of the cabins that they put a white sheet over, and he's grumbling and moaning, and he's like, "This is absolutely not how I wanted it. I had to make this like in the last 20 minutes. It looks like shit." And the projector begins playing slides. And it seems to be a telling of the issues going on in Berlin. And starting with 2013. And Moorwalker says, "So, Berlin's been circling the drain for about the last decade, right? About 10 years ago, there was some sort of problem in Berlin where a significant amount of lower umbral energy was detected, or activity. A lot of ghosts running around Berlin, right? Don't know why, don't know what for, don't know what happened. Because of that, well, that attracted a lot of Wyrmbanes, right? And where there are Wyrmbanes, well, there's the Wyrm's favorite servant, the Black Spiral Dancers. That's as early as we can trace them back to showing up here in Berlin. And that seems to be where everything started dominoing. A few months after that, well, we started getting word all over the place that the Get of Fenris, and he looks at you, Sweets, fell to Wolf, or Wolf fell to corruption, however you want to put it. And they formed the Cult of Fenris. A few months after that, Grunewald Cairn fell. The slide shifts. According to you, Mr. Wormfoe, there was Weaver activity discovered at the site of the corrupted cairn in 2015, about the time that you arrived. Tracing back to a Waite Enterprises, specifically an Edgar Waite. According to all of our research done by Crackteeth, he's been MIA since all that umbral activity started, that lower umbral activity started in Berlin, about 2013. Person running the show now is a woman named Aylin Badem, since 2013, and she seems to be a leech servant, as far as we can tell. She seems to be under the thrall of Edgar Waite. We also discovered several animal rings in Poland, specifically ones where Pine Cones and Hard Rain, and then he looks to you, Timber came from, were purchased by Waite Enterprises in Berlin. They let out some press releases that they were going to dissolve them under animal rights activity, seemed to be for humanitarian PR. However, there's no record of the dissolution anywhere, and they continue to operate to this day. In 2021, Pentex activity was discovered. Specifically, Green Earth Solutions became a subsidiary of Pentex. However, after you all killed Tobias Bleibtrau, the doors were shuttered. But it seems that the trademark was purchased by, who wants to guess? Someone raised their hand. How about you, Mr. Wormfoe? Who do you think bought it?
Waite Enterprises for 500.
Exactly. The following year, of Good Shepherd's youth home was infiltrated by the Cult of Fenris. Only one survivor that we're aware of. And he looks at you, Hannah. The death and destruction of the building was covered up. We don't know by whom. However, the property was purchased by... Who wants to take a guess? How about you? Master of the challenge for the night.
We all know. Please continue, Moorwalker.
No, that's wrong. What about you, Timber? Who do you think bought it?
The leech.
That's close enough. Wade Enterprises. So, that's what we've been doing in Berlin, is trying to keep track of what Wade Enterprises has been doing. We don't know what their goals are. We don't know what they want. They're kind of fucking weird. But let me tell you a couple of things. One, the tech spirits, well, they have nothing bad to say about Wade Enterprises. For them, according to Crackteeth, Wade Enterprises is their golden goose, is everything that they want. You know, being a glasswalker, you have to sort of walk a line between what is good for Gaia and what is good for the Weaver. And according to Crackteeth, this is bad for Gaia, good for the Weaver. Whatever's going on at Wade Enterprises. Something the tech spirits do fear, though, is something called the Shadow Bane. All the searches into the dark web, all communication, umbral communication with the tech spirits, well, they are shitting their pants over it. Proverbial pants. He looks at you, Hannah. Tech spirits don't actually have pants. They're shitting their pants over it. They're afraid of whatever it is, whatever it does. And these Black Spiral dancers who first showed up about 10 years ago here in Berlin, well, they've been fucking looking for it. They've been digging themselves little hives all over the city, trying to find it. They seem to think it's under the ground. In fact, they're pretty convinced that it's under the ground. On top of that, leech activity. There's a few leeches in Berlin who seem to be talking about it on their cell phones, calling it by its name, Shadowbane. We think it's pretty bad, whatever it is. We think that Wade Enterprises is also looking for it. Now, don't take my word for it. And he looks over at Pinecones. Pinecones stands up. You watch the Shadow Lord Yasmin, or Licks the Wound, also stand up, and they head out onto the parking lot. Pinecones, in his lupus form, comes back with a person with a stake through their heart, dragging him into the cairn. Licks the Wound, still in her Hamid form, carries out a werewolf, wrapped in silver. And Sweets, you would recognize this type of wolf immediately. On his chest is a massive green spiral.
You have brought this into a place that is sacred. You best have a good reason.
So you can ask it yourself. Before we kill it. And also, this is the one that took Talia's eye.
Then it is Talia's to claim.
Talia merely shrugs. I offer it to the council. To my elders. As a gift.
Sweets will look to Elias.
Does this creature have anything of value? We possibly learn anything more than we already know?
I think you're asking the wrong person. Ask it.
Can you speak?
It's writhing. It looks like it's in pain. It has burn marks all over it from being wrapped in silver. And it says, "Speak."
Tell me what you know of the Shadowbane. And the leeches.
It starts yelling out, screaming the word Shadowbane, Shadowbane. For the Wyrm, Shadowbane. It's almost like it's singing.
What is it?
Its eyes are like green fire as they turn to you on the ground. It's the key to bring about the end of all things. And then it starts screaming again. Shadowbane, Shadowbane. For the Wyrm, Shadowbane.
Where is it?
Starts laughing hysterically. Under the ground. Under the ground. It sings.
They are mad creatures, Wormfoe.
This is sickening.
This is what we all stand to become.
There's nothing natural looking about this werewolf. First of all, it's in Krynos and hasn't shifted down to save itself from the silver. Its limbs look unnatural, mottled. It has too many muscles, not enough sinew. The joints are wrong. It doesn't look, not that werewolves necessarily look natural, but it looks like nothing you've ever seen.
I'll look to Cascada. I know what I want to do, but we'll wait for her orders.
She seems to be allowing you to lead this moot.
I've heard enough. I will end this creature.
In what way?
I will silence its laughing by jamming my fist into its jaws and
You are
suffocating it.
you are in lupus form at the moment.
Yeah, we'll shift. We'll shift to We'll shift to Krynos.
Do not slay this thing on holy ground. The cairn is to be protected. Its very blood is tainted.
We'll drag it out somewhere safe, so that obviously that I'm not seen, but Sweet speaks true. I won't spill its blood here.
You drag it out beyond the fence to the visitor center?
Yeah.
And what do you do? Cuddy's being very specific for no reason.
I am going to slam my fist down its jaws into its throat, and at risk of being bitten, it's fine. Yeah, we're going to begin the process of just suffocating it.
Perfect. I will require no roll for that. What I will require a roll for is, I'd like everyone to cast their eyes to the Chronicle tenants that I did ask about, everyone. And I was very clearly specific that Black Spiral Dancers are still your cousins. They are still shapeshifters. They are still your werewolves. And one of the Chronicle tenants that you insisted upon was only ritual challenge merits killing of other Garu. So I need you to make a Hogloss check for me, please. That is all of your unspent boxes. Roll them. That's 10 dice.
Including rage?
No rage.
9 dice for sweets.
You don't need any sweets. You aren't killing it.
Hmm.
You don't need to make a check.
Oh, so that's only for
That
Gilbert?
is just for Elias.
I would say if Talia killed it because she did fight it in combat, it would be different, but it was handed over to Elias, so yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like Huddy set you up for this. See what you were going to do.
Yeah.
See if you remembered what you took for your Chronicle tenants.
5. Yeah, I remembered.
Mm-hmm. That is barely enough for you not to take a point of Hoglosk. You feel this intense rage in you, this sickening, corrupted rage, almost like the rage that exists within this creature as you watch it suffocate, as you watch those green, to use Avery's phrase, green balefire eyes slowly dim and go out. As it chokes, stops writhing, stops breathing. When you pull your hand away from it, it's no longer a shapeshifter, no longer a werewolf. It doesn't even turn back into Homid form. It is a pile of flesh and bone and black ichor.
I think Elias, before returning to the moot, would just pause and remember that Sweet says he's killed many of these creatures. And just reflect on that for a few seconds before rejoining the moot.
While Elias is gone doing that, Moorwalker, who is very clearly a fan of being a spectacle, making a spectacle of himself, he sort of turns to the rest of the seated council and to the rest of the cairn and says, "So, Shadowbane, huh? What do you think?"
I think the elders have spoken and it's time to hear from the pups.
I love pups. And he looks at all of you.
Not enough to take care of your own.
Timber's gonna howl to get the attention.
Good idea.
When Tack went to Berlin, it was bad. Could this be the work of that thing?
When
Or
Pac
is
went
it
to
the
Berlin,
hives? Timber's Tack. We
Bad
have
in what way?
evidence to present to rest of Cairn.
I'm sorry, can someone translate? I never really picked up on the Garu tongue. It's not
The
my
weather was
favorite.
really shit when we went to Berlin. Weirdly so, but yeah.
Maybe.
Timber's
We're also going to talk about. We also going to talk about the fact that we met Aelin.
Now that's gotta be a story. Did you try and call her little leech?
She is a will worker.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
No, but those possessed of greater wisdom than you do.
I'm gonna tell Owl that you said that.
Is this what a moot is?
Tell story. I know you're not Galliard, but tell story.
Tell the story to me. I'm a Galliard, then I'll tell everybody else.
I looked at her with my new vision, my new senses, my eyes, and I saw within her a light that shone brighter than any that I've really seen before. It felt like the light of creation within her.
And this is supposed to be not a thing that we should also take care of?
She's the spirit of the wild made flesh.
In case you didn't know, and I don't mean to try and school you on stuff that you should know, but the wild is also out of control. The wild, the weaver, the worm, they're all out of balance.
The wild has always been outside of our control.
That's fair enough. But also really dangerous.
Yes.
So are we.
There was another with her, though, that I think we might want to keep a closer eye on. Her energy was the opposite, was stagnant, cold, steely.
Does cold and steely have a name?
April.
He looks over at Crackteeth, and Crackteeth has already pulled out a phone and started doing research. Alright. Elias, you can return at this point. As Moorwalker continues. I guess the long and the short of it is that the Berlin Pack is going to be a little busy. This is our top priority. We want permission, of course, from the Council to put all of our energy and focus onto finding the Shadowbane. Figuring out what the hell it is, and destroying it if we can. Maybe you could help us out by figuring out, since you have Theurges in here, figuring out how the hell you would destroy a relic of the Wyrm. would really help us out.
With the council's permission, I'll make that a priority.
Same.
Sweets is looking to Elias now, with this being the second indication of taking pack leadership that Lorelei has made.
Elias will just nod to Sweets, kind of like a confirmation, like he saw it too.
Cracked Teeth speaks up, even though he hasn't looked up from his phone, and he says, I saw y'all came back with Maggie. Did you hear what she had to say?
Yes.
People missing
Mm-hmm.
from Wyrm locations.
Well, that soup kitchen that we found her at is owned by Wade Enterprises.
Timber just said this.
He did. Yeah.
Someday I'll teach you the difference between Wyrm spirits and Weaver spirits, but today's not that day.
Timber will learn from Theurge, not Galliard.
I'm a Ragabash like you. Shut up. Anyway, I was going to ask if... I was going to ask if you would also look into that for us. We can't be chasing down Wyrm shit and Weaver shit at the same time. I would rather be chasing down Weaver shit, but the Shadowbane thing seems to be a more cataclysmic priority.
You'll be
whatever.
stretched thin. We
Wait.
understand.
Sorry, we are all just used to talking to each other. We're not used to actually talking to people who know what they're doing.
You'll be stretched thin. We understand. So long as you keep in touch, give us updates, don't disappear.
Updates, right, exactly. And Cracked Teeth, again, still not looking up from his phone, pulls the stake out of the person laying on the ground. The person immediately sits up and draws in a deep breath, even though they don't have to. This is a leech. You should ask him about the Shadowbane, too.
Does the leech have a name?
He looks up at you. What the fuck am I doing here? Who the fuck are you people?
Your name.
Elmer.
Do I believe him?
Everyone can roll me a wits and insight.
That sounds like a lie.
I don't know. Maybe you should go check the Berlin Bloodlines Hecata culture and see if there's an Elmer on that list.
I don't remember the name, so yeah.
Weißt du all die Namen von der Putanescas?
If he doesn't answer, can I use Crow's laughter against him?
Sure. In what way?
Basically, it makes him so mad.
Sure.
That,
sure, but there will be a contested roll to that. Well, let's see what everyone rolls for wits and insight.
We'll see. I'm gonna piss him off so much he'll tell the truth.
2 successes is not enough. Go ahead, roll Crow's laughter. You don't think he's lying? Elmer? Sure. A leech named Elmer? Sure, why not?
Okay.
Honor and manipulation.
Okay, yeah, composure and
Versus
insight.
That's 3 dice. For him.
Okay, so that's 4, 5. Oh, that's 6 successes. I did it.
I rolled. Yeah, you rolled better than him. I rolled him a messy critical and 3 dice. So yeah, he's going to immediately start hissing and acting real weird. Real leech-like.
I become the ire of his attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What kind of name is Elmer for leech? Really couldn't come up with anything better? You think you're going to get out of this by lying to us?
Why do you talk like that?
Why do you speak?
You told me to.
Have your tongue.
My name is Elmer Putanesca. What do you want? Why am I here?
Putanesca. Isn't that thing in the bowl?
It is.
We need information from you.
About what?
Who's Edgar Waite?
Answer her.
A prick.
Dead
Expand.
prick or dead prick?
Dead.
Do you know where Edgar is?
Yes.
This isn't gonna get anywhere if you just one-word answers. We're more of a conversational group.
Or we can
Elmer.
fight about it, Elmer.
Sweets is still in lupus form, and I will hop down from my pedestal and begin to circle him, getting his scent.
All right, call your guard dog off, okay? I don't like animals.
So, tell me more about Edgar. We want to know about Edgar. We don't care very much about Elmer.
I don't know. He's a guy. He's a vampire, like me. I assume you know that since you staked me and brought me here.
What's
Very
his
good.
business buying up all these properties as of late?
I don't know. No one tells me what he buys or what he doesn't buy. You're asking the wrong leech if you want to know about Edgar Waite.
And who
Walker.
will know?
Do you not all communicate together?
In theory.
Sweet will look up towards Hana in lupus form and just say, "They are secretive by nature. Lies are their mother's milk."
Crack Teeth sort of comes over to him and thwaps him on the back of the head. And he says, "Talk to us about the Shadow Bane, what you were texting all your little leech friends about."
There it is. Yeah, Shadowbane. What's that?
It's a relic.
You are a fountain of information.
Expand. What kind of relic? Do you know where it is? Who's looking for it?
I don't know where it is. We are looking for it.
Who is we?
Oh my god. Vampires. Us? We?
All of you.
The Hecata.
Hecata.
What does that mean?
Oh god. We're necromantic vampires. We do dead shit.
Aren't you already doing dead shit by existing?
Oh, you're very funny. Yes. Both.
Sweets will reach up and bite off a part of his shirt, specifically
the
getting
fuck,
close
dude?
enough.
I said call your dog off.
So no, go ahead. You run moot. I just aggravate.
I'm gonna need you to be more forthright with this, Elmer.
The Shadowbane is a relic. I'm looking for it for my sire. My sire is looking for it for his master.
What is your sire's name?
My sire's name is Marco Puttanesca. He's looking for it for Lucius Giovanni.
All right.
Is Giovanni another...
You guys don't seem to be vampires, so I don't know what you're asking me for. Who the fuck are you people?
He's gonna bite into his kneecap.
He screams out into the night. His blood tastes terrible, Sweets. It's dead.
Spit it out.
All right. So Marco Lucius, and Lucius works for Edgar.
No. And as he laughs, he heals his knee. Stands back up again.
So you're all looking for this.
As far as I know, Edgar sits in his penthouse all day, double-clicking his mouse and buying Bitcoin.
Where's his penthouse?
I don't fucking know. In some part of Berlin. No one sends me to Edgar's house.
Where do
Sorry.
they send you?
Why do you want the Shadowbane? What does it do?
I don't want any fucking thing to do with the Shadowbane. My sire
What
wants the
else do you
Shadowbane.
know? For what end?
Something about turning Berlin into the Deadlands. I don't know. I'm low guy in the power structure. They say jump, I say how high.
Sweets will take the piece of the shirt over to Bulletproof and put it in her lap. Know his scent. Leeches can be useful.
She takes it. Can I kill him now?
Do you wish to kill him or use him?
He's useless. This is all just more Walker's show.
And I'm getting tired of it. Consult the Wyrm foe. And
Talia
he'll
stands
take
up.
his place again.
Talia stands up and she says, "Can we remove this filth from our cairn?"
I've garnered all the information I can from it, seems.
I'm sorry. Moorwalker and Crackteeth insisted on the show.
He is yours to do with what you please.
Crackteeth, who is still standing behind him, shifts into Glabro form and puts his fist through his head, pulls up, and pulls the leech's head off. It begins decomposing.
As Sweets moves past Crackteeth, he'll just look to him. I don't think I need to tell you to take his phone.
You don't think I already did that? We've had him staked for like 4 days.
So anything interesting come by his device in those 4 days?
Yeah, just him talking to a bunch of other Puttanescas about the Shadowbane.
You have names?
Yeah, like 20. I highly doubt they know any more than this schmuck.
It's good to know their names.
But they have
It's
some
better to know locations.
they have some enemies though. Some people they have on their shit list. Also seem to be leeches. Dunno. I haven't looked into them yet. They aren't online. But they've talked about Edgar a couple of times. They've talked about someone named Tullio Giovanni a lot. Not necessarily in a negative way. Not necessarily in a positive way.
Giovanni like Lucius Giovanni.
Yeah. They're sort of unsure if he's an ally or not. We got some other names too. We're gonna look into it.
Combat the Wyrm wherever it dwells. This is the law.
Yeah, I know that works real well for you guys out here in the sticks, but when you're urban werewolves, sometimes you have to play ball with the enemy up and until they don't serve a purpose anymore.
That is a way of combat, yes.
It's a way of survival. And he looks at Hana. Bone Gnars know all about that.
Share what information you can as you get it.
We're staying in the Mitta. I tracked at least one of the Hekata to the Mitta. That's what they call themselves.
If the leeches are all after this, if everyone in Berlin is after this, to bring about the Deadlands, they should occupy all of your attention.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. Don't you get it? That's what Moorwalker speaks up. That's why I wanted to bring you two different people. These are leeches. They have nothing to do with Black Spiral Dancers. They don't even know what the fucking Wyrm is. They want it. The Black Spiral Dancers, they want it. According to what little we can read from Wait Enterprises intranet, whoever is running the show over there wants it. So we're talking a convergence of, let's call us supernaturals, who want it.
And now you want it.
Well, I want to destroy it.
Do you still not think there is some wisdom in considering that you want the same thing that they do?
Yeah. That's why we're going to look into the people who are on the shit list of this Puttanesca guy, see if they have any interest in helping us find it, see if they want it destroyed, if that's why they're on the shit list. If not, we'll kill them, we'll kill all the Puttanescas, kill all the spaghetti people, and we'll kill anyone else looking for it until we fucking find it.
That's. Knew it was in a bowl.
And it will not be brought here.
Well, that's why we kind of would like you and the Theurges to look into how the fuck we can destroy it.
We protect Cairn. We protect Cairn by taking care of this before it gets to Cairn.
Well, you mind meld with me, Wormfoe, and you let me know where the fuck you want me to bring it if and when I find it.
I'll get with you. Share the information you get as you get it.
And if you don't hear from us at all, it means we died in the attempt, and send the second squad.
I'll be contacting you nightly.
Oh, good. Nah. Between like 10 and 11, give me like 15 minutes. That's a joke. You used to be able to laugh, Elias.
Is there any other business to be brought before this moot? On this account?
As you say that, Tiara emerges from the woods. And she says, I do.
On the account of the Berlin Pack. Right, Master?
Yes. I would challenge Talia Bulletproof to a duel. Talia stands up immediately and cracks her neck.
On what grounds?
She has laid slanderous claims against me.
Speak them.
She claims that I have ill intentions towards the Cairn, and I'd like to refute them in battle.
So you deny this?
I do.
Make your case.
I prefer the case to be made with claw and fang.
And it will be. But you must speak it first. There are those who have never attended a moot in presence.
What would you like me to expound upon, Master of the Challenge?
I would like you to expound on the precise nature of the accusations and why you deny them.
Talia speaks up. I have told everyone that I can that the right master of the Monsi Cairn communicates with Wolf, has fallen to Hauglosk, and is an inherent and incipient danger to the Cairn, and I intend to expel her from it.
Both of you stand in the circle while you speak. And Sweets will begin to draw the ritual circle with his nose in the dirt.
Hannah and Lorelei and Timber, you sort of have to back up from where you're sitting as Sweets does this.
Hana
Tim.
is.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Hana is, but she's looking excessively uncomfortable given the situation.
You are all aware that these are sisters and Sweet's daughters.
Does this have to come to violence?
You will be silent. You are not one of the accused. And Sweet's eyes look soft, like this isn't something he wants to say. But this is the way.
They will fight, but Talia is right.
I'll step behind off the high seat and make my way behind Lorelei and Hannah.
Tiara is the one that's been working with Lorelei and Hana, right?
She is the right
The entire
master of
time.
the Cairn, that is correct.
Through the time that we have worked with her, have we noticed anything upsetting about her?
Well,
Something-
you didn't know her before. You've only known her for a few years. In general, you just assume that she is a cold person, a person who is just very focused on her duties and her work and has very little time for mirth and jovial activities. You just think maybe she's just, serious and cold. That's just her personality.
Hana's just kind of looked at Lorelei. You're still in lupus form, right? Hana is in Hamid form, and she is just There's a distinct look of this isn't right.
Under her breath, but looking to Hana, Lorelei will say, there is an injustice. It must be righted.
You want to shut up?
So you're going to allow this battle to take place?
Not yet.
For now?
Not yet. They haven't made their cases yet. Tiara hasn't spoken.
Tiara simply says, I have not fallen to Hauglosk, and I have no ill intention towards the cairn. The cairn's protection is my utmost, highest priority and has been this last decade.
Can I insight check?
Anyone else?
I would like to.
Yeah.
What?
Not me thinking about
Insight.
spending my third willpower already to look at her. But that probably won't be a good idea. How do you get willpower again?
How do you get willpower back? Well, there's certain merits you can take where you can restore your willpower, or you have to wait till the next day. 6. 4.
What was the full roll?
What's an insight?
Yeah.
You're following your favor that is granted to you by your patron spirit will restore your willpower the next day.
3.
Timber, only you can see that Tiara does not believe she is lying, because wits and insight does not tell you objective truths.
As in accordance with the laws of our people in the Silver Record, the accused is to determine the nature of the challenge. Speak your terms.
Technically, Tiara accused Talia. Technically, Tiara called for this, not Talia.
Then he'll look to Talia. Is
Talia, your youngest child, with her only one good eye, stands very proudly and straight up, and she says, I am willing to fight to the death.
We can't afford to lose anyone.
Exactly. Aren't we already spread thin and now dealing with all this bullshit?
You've been told once and now twice.
Leave it to your right master and to the master of the challenge.
All of you can see that Cascada looks dejected. She looks disappointed, upset. She's not happy about any of this. She doesn't want this to happen, but also there is nothing that she can do.
And in accordance with the law, should an honorable surrender be offered, you are bound to accept. Do you acknowledge the law?
Talia immediately says yes, and Tiara says yes, but much quieter and slower than Talia.
Then as the master of the challenge, I reserve and will invoke my right to make one final alteration to the challenge. And Sweets will look to both of them. Blood of my blood, bone of my bone. You have forgotten the face of your father. And you will remember it today. If this challenge is to persist, you will fight together, and you will fight me. I give you this one moment to revoke your challenge and embrace each other as bloodkin. You have forgotten the love which bore you hence, and the love which binds you together, which is mine.
Tiara rolls her eyes. And she says, I make an amendment to the challenge. I challenge Sense the Sweetwater for denying me my rightful battle.
He'll look to Talia.
Talia looks at you and shakes her head.
Do you accept the alteration to the challenge?
No.
Then the challenge stands.
Dad, don't do this.
I have said and I have spoken. I am the master of the challenge. Does this challenge persist?
Tiara has amended it. She wants to challenge you alone.
And I have rejected this amendment, as is my right as master of the challenge.
Talia just shakes her head, and she starts walking away.
Then it seems the challenge is dropped. Do you wish to make a new challenge? Tiara speaks with Wolf.
Good luck protecting the cairn without me. And Tiara walks away as well.
Take your seat, right, master. This mood is not done.
She does not stop.
I'll look to Cascada.
Cascada looks at you. I cannot stop her from leaving the cairn, master of the challenge. You overstepped yourself.
I did not. All was within my rights.
You let it get personal, Sweets. We all watched it.
This was not personal. And he'll take his seat.
Is there a way to stop Tiara from leaving?
You can physically stop her, yeah.
I'll just step in front of her and whisper. We need everyone. Is this what you want? Do you want to fight your sister to the death?
Talia set the terms. I never said to the death. 1. 2. I amended the challenge to fight my father one-on-one. He rejected it. I've done everything that I can, Wyrm foe, to prove myself. It is not my fault that my father is so incredibly weak and afraid.
Stay. And I will ensure that you get what is owed. Don't weaken this place.
You may make a decision then, Wyrm foe. Me or Maggie. If you truly care about weakening this place or not. Your hesitation tells me everything that I need to know. And she begins walking away again.
Look to Sweets. And I will use Mind Speak.
Make me a resolve and wisdom roll. And spend me another point of willpower. You have no rage. And you cannot shift. Because you went Krynos.
You said Wisdom Resolve?
Wisdom and resolve, no rage dice.
Yep.
Sweets, are you going to allow Tiara to leave?
No, I still have things to say.
Because she is leaving. The cairn. She's heading towards the parking lot.
How easy is it to slip away?
For you, very.
I would like to.
That's sort of your whole gig.
Yeah. I would like to slip away and chase after her.
Mm-hmm. What did you
3
want?
successes.
3 successes. You mind meld with Sweets. You may say what you want to say.
Amend. Fix this. You are master of the right. You are master of the challenge. You will win. You don't have to kill her. We cannot lose another. I'm asking you, Sweets, not telling you.
Hana, you slip away as Tiara is almost at the visitor center at this point. What would you like to say to her?
Tiara, please, don't go, not like this. I can't.
These are wounds older than you that you wouldn't understand. Follow the spirits. Follow Gaia. Perhaps you can learn. Perhaps you're our fast learner.
I can't. I've already lost enough family. I've already lost enough people close to me. Please don't abandon me here too.
You'll come to learn, Hana, that those attachments will serve you no good.
I have my own challenge.
Would you shout that at Tiara, as she's quite far away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She'll turn.
Respect those beneath you, for all are of Gaia. This is the litany, and you have violated it. I will have satisfaction. If you accept the challenge,
I do.
Sweets will step into the circle.
Yes.
So she is moving away. Is her vehicle that she was going to leave in near?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a.
I'm gonna
it's
sabotage
a.
it.
It's a very old Bronco that belonged to her mother.
I'm so fucking sorry, but Hana is not in the best mindset with hearing everything that she's heard tonight. She's gonna try to make her car unable to move.
Awesome.
Do you want some help?
Yeah, you have someone in your pack who's real good at that.
I would text, but
I'm right here.
Fuck your phone.
Perfect.
Yeah, Hana. While this dialogue is happening between Sweets and Tiara, Hana's gonna slip back up to Timber and Lorelei, and she's gonna just say, "Want to help me break some technology? Let me sabotage. Do a little fun. Have a little fun with this."
You're muted.
I'll mute it. Yeah. What are you doing?
Making sure Tiara can't leave.
Look, sometimes better not ask questions, instead say that Timber and Hana needed to go get beer and banana juice for fight.
Yeah.
And Timber's just gonna
Yes, that
slowly
works.
back up,
Um,
grab Hana by the shoulders.
So, what all are we breaking? And
we're
yes, never question. Just say this is where we go, and Timber will go.
yeah. Hana will pat Lorelei on the shoulder and just whisper, "Cover for us if needed." And then we're gonna.
So perturbed.
There is no waiting for an answer. From
Yeah, you were
Lorelei,
under
so-
no compulsion to do so. I mean, if anything, you could be like, well, they'll need a master of the right, and I'm right here.
Lorelei for new master of the right. There will be posters.
But yeah, so Hano will be like, okay, Tiara's car. We need to make it
Just
not
car,
move.
because there are several cars. We make it look like horrible accident, entire parking lot. So we start from left side, go to right.
You know what? That works as long as we start with Tiara's car first.
So the problem
I know how to
is-
hotwire a
So
little
the
bit.
problem is, Gremlins relies on technology, relies on modern cars or modern technology that have computer chips in them. This Bronco is from the 80s. There is no computer chip in here. So you're going to have to do this in a mundane way.
Mhm.
So I'm going to need I guess we're going to have to go fucking either dexterity or manipulation and technology, whichever is higher for you. And you can add an extra die for Timber, who can just start smashing.
Dexterity and what?
Subterfuge.
Timber is
Steady
going to
and
shift to
subterfuge.
glabro form,
Mhm.
go underneath, and grab that thing that attaches to the wheels,
Mhm.
and just
Same roll.
Then add an extra dice for Timber.
that's 3.
All right. 3. That's already enough to sabotage the car.
4.
7 successes. Yeah, that car's not going anywhere. I mean, not to belabor the point and not to sound like a jerk, you could have just gone and slashed your tires. But that's neither here nor there. Now the
Well,
car's
see,
unusable.
See, the slashing of the tires makes it slightly more obvious that something
It
was-
takes like 3 hours to replace a tie rod. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Back over at the challenge circle. Tiara stands there. And she's ready to fight you.
The nature of the challenge is for the accused to dictate. What do you choose?
I think you know what I choose.
It needs to be spoken for the spirits to hear.
Take care of my children if I don't survive.
Your children are the nature of this challenge. You put yourself above them. Saw to your needs before you saw to theirs.
I could wax poetic and argue with you. Sense the sweet water that my children do not fall under the litany.
They are human and of Gaia.
The litany is for the Garu. Sense the sweet water. But I accept your challenge nonetheless. To the death.
So you choose Fang and Claw.
Yes.
So be it. And you only accept an honorable surrender if it is given.
I look forward to it.
And the terms of the challenge are accepted. Take a moment. Speak with Stag, as I will speak with Northwind, and we'll begin.
You take all the time you need, Sense the sweet water.
And close his eyes and attempt to commune with Northwind in this moment.
Do you have any dots in wisdom?
I have 5 dots in wisdom.
Oh my goodness. You can make me an intelligence and a wisdom roll. Oh, excuse me, resolve and wisdom.
That is my highest dice pool.
Ha! Oh, wonderful for you. Feel incumbent upon me to remind you that you are only at 1 rage. However, you can put a dot in Harano or a dot in Hoglosk, as Tiara is going to do, in order to grant herself additional rage.
I won't.
Okie dokie.
That is 14 successes on 2 crits.
Close your eyes and you feel north wind wrap itself around you and whisper in your ear. What are you doing since the Sweetwater?
Making her choose.
You find this wise.
Not for my survival. No. But there's wisdom beyond one's own life. You showed me this.
I'm afraid. One thing you've never been able to see, that I've always attempted to show you, is to look beyond yourself.
I look for my grandchildren. I look far beyond myself.
No, you don't.
Have but one question.
Ask it.
Does Eyes of Frost yet live? Is there hope that should they find the way?
As I said, you so rarely see beyond yourself. There is always hope to rebirth and purify that which has been corrupted.
As you showed me so many years ago.
I'm glad you still remember that.
I'll make a rage check to take the Hispo form.
Perfect. Make that rage check.
It's a success.
You shift to Hispo. Tiara shifts to Krynos, which gives her 5 rage and 4 extra dice for physical activities. You may make your attack roll or use any abilities that you have. This will be a 3 and out, and then something will happen.
Then I will simply move in a defensive manner. I will not attack her.
Dexterity and athletics. I need to ask, if Sweets starts going down for any reason, is anyone going to step in and break the rules of this fight?
If it's possible.
Hannah and Timber are outside this right at the moment, sabotaging a car. Who's here?
There's a reason Timber was like, do you need help? Because Timber's the one who would break the rules.
We have the Wormfoe and Lorelei here. And Cascada and other people. I just need to know.
That's the thing.
Be a rebel. Come on.
If I wasn't a Blackbeard, it'd be an easy answer.
That's the truest statement ever. I think
You go first, Wormfoe.
I think I pick it up what you're putting down. What about you, Wormfoe?
Yeah.
He'd only step in if parameters weren't met. If Sweets starts to go down and
Surrenders.
gives an honorable surrender and she doesn't.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Yep. We'll do that.
Sweet.
8 successes, 2 crits.
10 successes, 2 crits, and a brutal outcome. So, she lunges at you. She's full of rage and fury. Her eyes gleam with primal anger. God, dare I say hate. As you attempt to dodge out of the way, I need you to take 4 points of aggravated damage as she slices at you. And Sweets, she slices at you with claws of silver. The last time this happened to you was when you were attacked by Marcel Nightmist. It is an extraordinarily painful swiping of her claws, and all of you can smell Sweet's burning flesh and fur and suddenly become aware that these claws are made of silver.
Still moving defensively.
You are going to continue moving defensively. What's your health at?
I have 2 levels of health left.
Perfect. Make me another Dex Athletics. Oh no. Oh, I rolled another brutal outcome. You all watched me. You all watched me kill not only Outstar, but Laura yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, I knew this was gonna go bad, so we yeeted Timber out of there.
10 successes, 2 crits.
Excellent. She lunges for you again, but she misses this time. She goes for with mouth and claw, and you are lithe enough to dodge out of the way. What's your next action?
Continue to move defensively.
This is the last one. This is the last round. And then something's going to happen. No brutal outcome this time, thank God.
3 successes.
Well, she rolled a little bit better than that. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. She slices at you. Fill your track of your aggravated damage, and you go down. Now remember, you can regenerate at the top of your turn, which you haven't been, but we are in a challenge here. And that's when you hear someone screaming. Maggie has escaped from Marcus and rushes into the center of the ring, aware that Sweets and Tiara are fighting. And she rushes in front of Tiara, in front of you, Sweets. And all of you can tell that Tiara is not going to stop her downward swing for her mother. So I need my Wyrm foe and my Black Fury to let me know if they're going to do anything.
Okay. Yes, now that the terms or things have changed. So yes.
I'm gonna dive to take the hit.
I'll still in lupus form. I'll go behind Tiara and tug at her shirt.
All right. Then I need a strength and athletics for Lorelei and a dex and athletics for the Wyrm foe. Timber and Hana, you may return at this point to see this outcome. And Sweets, you may heal yourself if you wish. The last thing you see before you go down is your wife, your human wife, running into the fray with your Krynos daughter.
Five.
Willpower. 2.
And I should note, Sweets, the first time you got hit by Tiara, you can increase your rage by 1. Well, that was 2 for you, Lorelei?
Yes.
Okay, 2 is not enough to pull at the back of Tiara. Tiara's in Krynos form, she's not wearing a shirt, so you're pulling at her fur, and it's not quite enough to stop her. However, Elias is going to dive right in and take the blow for Sweets and to protect Maggie, and 5 successes is enough to do so, but you are going to take 3 points of aggravated damage. You are in your Hamid form because you have no rage right now. When you take the blow, 3 aggravated damage in your Hamid form, that's extreme amount of damage for you. You watch Elias's side get ripped open by claws, exposing rib and bone and flesh and blood, and you may give yourself a point of rage for that. Sweets, I need to know your action. You are down, you are not unconscious.
Sweets will say, "Get Maggie away. I have not offered a surrender."
Whimper.
The challenge is broken, though.
Not by Tiara.
I'm watching Tiara because if she goes to start swinging again, she hit Elias.
I'll walk in and grab Maggie.
Maggie is clinging onto Sweets. She is grabbing onto his fur, clinging onto him. She's trying to protect him with the whole of her body. Again, she is just human. Elias, you've taken significant amount of damage. I need to know what you are going to do. Tiara has struck you. She's hit you. She could have stopped her downward swing, but she didn't. She was going to intentionally hit Maggie.
I am going to shift. I need to heal, so I'm going to shift to Krenos.
You only have one rage.
Right. I will shift to Glabrum.
Well, you still need to make the rage check.
Yeah.
Either way, if you fail it, you can't shift at all. Don't fail it. Okay, you shift to Glabro, and what is it that you want to do?
The challenge is broken. You attempted to strike another. I know you will. You could have stopped, but you didn't.
She's going to take a point of willpower damage, and she's going to go over her 5 rage. Cascada stands up. She's ready to put an end to this. But you're going to watch Tiara go for Maggie again. Through you. Through Sweets. Hannah and Timber and Lorelei, you may attempt to stop this as you see it happening.
Yeah, I'm to.
If you're going to attempt to get Maggie, you're going to get hit.
No, I know. That's the thing. I was trying to get her up. I'm clinging to Maggie, who's clinging
in your Hamid form.
Yeah.
Okay. Timber?
Well, how Crookpaw is Cascada's attack dog?
Crookpaw is getting ready to jump in here. He's not going to do it without Cascada's warning first.
Well, Elias is busy, so that's what Timber's going to do. Full on Hispo, we're taking out Tiara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was also going to swap to Hispo and attempt to subvert her swing in some way.
Oh, I'm going for the arm. If I have to rip off those silver claws, that's what we're doing.
Knowing that the transformations are happening around us, I would also like, since I'm already clinging onto Maggie, I would like to attempt to cover her eyes.
You can. There's no roll for that. Timber.
Right, success on my rage.
Strength.
What did you
Strength and brawl.
And
Lorelei, what is it that you're doing?
If Timber is attacking, I would
also allow you to jump in and forcibly heal Sweets.
Oh, I could do that.
With Mother's Touch, yes.
Well, if she's attacking Maggie right now, sorry, words are hard. Is she gonna hit both of them?
It's very likely she's going to hit Hannah, Maggie, and Sweets in one fatal blow. Maybe Elias too.
In that case, yes, I will use Mother's Touch on Sweets.
Looks like she's attempting to go for the coup de grace.
Very cool. All right. Intelligence and glory.
So crit on the rage dice +4.
So 8 successes.
Jesus Christ. Four successes.
4 successes. Sweets, you may heal 2 points of your aggravated damage as Lorelei runs over and she starts rubbing you on your face and on the wounds that you've received from these silver claws. And it works in lupus form. It works in all. Mother's Touch works in all forms, I believe. But as you do that, Timber, you're going in for Tiara. You rolled 8 successes. She rolled 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 successes.
I could burn willpower.
How much more can you get?
If I got 2 more crits, I could beat her.
I would let you go for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm scared. It's fine. I got 2 more successes.
For a total of 10. It's a margin of 3. Sweets, how many open boxes do you have? 2. And she has Hana in front of her, in between them. You're going to race up to Tiara, and you're going to bite into the back of her calf. You do a significant amount of damage to her. She's going to go down onto the leg that you're biting into, and she's still going to swing wide. Hana, take 2 points of aggravated damage. Maggie's going to take the other point of aggravated damage. Sweets isn't going to take any. Maggie screams out, and her blood sprays your face, Sweets, in your hispo form.
When that happens, I know I'm taking a lot of damage here too. When that happens, does her grip on Sweets loosen?
Maggie's? No.
Yeah.
It only tightens.
Sweets is going to push himself up.
Cascada's about to intervene, so you may say what you want to say.
He's not going to say anything. He's just going to move forward and press his forehead against Tiara's. As she's been brought to a knee.
Mm-hmm. Cascada steps down from the pedestal, and Crookpaw steps down as well in hispo form, and he sort of bumps against Timber, as in a good job bump. And Cascada grabs onto Tiara, and so does Crookpaw, and she says, "This challenge is over. Tiara, you have violated the rules of the challenge. I expel you from Monse Cairn."
Sweets will look to Cascada and just shake his head.
Sweets.
If she goes, I go. Maggie goes. We all go together.
She looks at you, Elias. She's dangerous.
And now you know.
Sweets, she has tried to kill you and tried to kill your wife. Let her go!
I walked away from Wolf. So can she. She will see what she's done.
All of you watch Maggie, bleeding, injured, maybe mortally, crawl over to Tiara and start patting on her, whispering words to her of love, calling her her daughter, asking her not to do this.
There is a path back to Gaia for all things. You set this Cascada Blood Moon. Honor your words. Remover is right, Master. Do what you must. But there is a path back for all who have walked with Wolf.
She looks to Lorelei and Timber, who are not injured. Take on the human skin. Get that silver chain that the Black Spiral Dancer came in.
Nod and do it immediately.
Timber's gonna slowly shift back. Just keeping an eye on Tiara. She's still in Krynos form? Or...
She is, but she's gonna have to shift back or she's gonna go into a frenzy.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what she wants.
Yeah, that's what Timber's waiting on. Timber is kind of looking between. Timber will keep watch, please.
Lorelei, can you get the chain, please?
Already on it.
Sweet, still with his forehead to Tiara's. I love you. I have always loved you. I will love you through this. We will do this together. As a family. We will do this together.
She snarls at you. And she heals her leg. And she attempts once more. Should lose a point of rage for that. She attempts once more, since you are so very close and Maggie is mortally wounded, to go for her. However, I can't roll good forever, and she only rolls one success. Either Elias, Hannah, or Sweets can stop her from attempting to bite down on the top of Maggie's head.
I will bite her muzzle shut, and I will hold it in my hispo jaws.
Lorelei, you return. Do you wrap it around Tiara?
Oh, absolutely.
She screams out in pain. It almost touches you, Sweets. You have to let go of her muzzle, or it will touch you.
I'll share this one bit of pain with her.
Tiara shifts back to her Hamid form, so it doesn't hurt her anymore.
Do you see now what you have become?
Fuck you.
I know you're angry. I've told you all these years. Every time I leave, I love you.
Maggie attempts to wrap herself around Tiara, and Tiara physically pushes her away.
I will use the mother's touch on Maggie.
Does not work on Maggie.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Take her back to Marcus.
Sweets, you take her back to Marcus. The Wormfoe and I are going to put Tiara in a timeout for the time being. I have spoken.
And I trust that you will honor your word. And he'll just wedge himself under Maggie's arm, still in the hispo form, and walk her back.
Wormfoe, what do we do with her?
I am not of the right mind to make a decision, Cascada. Keep her somewhere. I've lost all hope for you. Everything your father gave, you shove away. And to kill you would be a mercy. You make me sick.
Lorelei, make sure the chains are tight. We will keep them on her. We will take her to one of the empty cabins and keep her there. As long as the silver chains remain on her, she cannot shift. Thank you, Hannah, for your sacrifice. It was very admirable. Are you going to be all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just hope Maggie's gonna be okay.
As do I. Crookpaw looks at you, Timber, and he says, "Little girl, do good."
Timber, do good. Timber, always do good. Timber, protect pack.
Griffin, proud. Daddy Crookpaw, proud.
Yes.
Very good.
Timber's just gonna kind of walk away and go check on the old man and Elias.
I need to know if if Elias or Hannah are going to heal themselves or not.
Yeah, I took a moment to heal. I'm at 2 right now. 2 ag. I just didn't know if I could continue.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right.
Up until you lose your rage. Hannah should be at 2 rage as well for getting hit.
I am. Oh, I was already at 2 rage.
Then you'd be at 3.
Yeah. So I think in that moment, the whole situation has kind of been building up inside of Hana, seeing all this again, and I think it's at that moment where she finally just, out of frustration, just goes into Hispo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to shift to heal. Yep.
Yeah.
And how I'm running Werewolf is, for the question in the chat, is on a normal day, if you don't do your favor, you get either your composure or your resolve back as willpower, whichever's higher. If you complete your favor, like Hana did tonight, where she literally looked out for someone who is overlooked, I would allow full willpower restoration the next night. Timber for destroying a car. That's full willpower tomorrow. Shit like that. Shit like
Yay!
that.
Unlike the last time where I got 1 for
Yeah.
tablet.
Shit like that.
Which-
Elias as
I don't
well
know.
for all those secrets coming together of the conspiracy board. Yes, Lorelei. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was just wondering, would me stepping in count as circumventing power?
Absolutely, it would. She's the master
Okay.
of the right. Everybody would get full restoration of willpower tomorrow, except for Sweets.
Cool.
Didn't really do anything. Well, no, you found Maggie, so absolutely, definitely would get full restoration of willpower tomorrow. Yes. So we're gonna take it like this. Lorelei, you are marching Tiara to a vacant cabin. Do you say anything to her as you do this?
I think she's trying to come up with something to say, but words are falling short. At this point.
Tiara would just say, "Make sure to look after my garden."
I have every faith that you can look after it yourself.
I don't think I'll be allowed to after tonight.
Well, after some time.
No.
That is between us. I don't condone the choice of breaking the rules of the challenge, but you leaving, that was your choice.
Yes, it was. And a choice I'd make again.
It's not. Keep walking.
Elias and Hana, as you heal yourselves from this, is there any discussion you'd like to have with either yourselves or Cascada?
If I'm being perfectly honest, Hana's probably really pissed off at everything.
Yeah,
And
and probably confused too, because you're not really sure. I mean, rage is rage. You get that. You get rage, right? You get angry. But this was different, and this felt different. This was probably your first experience with what Hauglosk looks like. This is, and you know what Hauglosk means. You know, it's like some sort of different kind of rage, but this is beyond what you thought it might have meant.
yeah, and I think she's also starting to understand a little bit where Elias was coming from. When it comes to like sometimes the actions that need to be taken are justified in that. She's kind of look at Elias in the form that she's in. She's not saying anything, but there's that recognition in her eyes mixed with the rage. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, Hana probably wants to just go into the woods for a bit and be by herself.
What about you, Elias?
He's gonna have to talk to Cascada later. He's going after Sweets.
All right, so you're gonna go with Timber to head after Sweets. Perfect.
Yeah, Timber wanted to speak with Elias first, before we got to Sweets.
Perfect. You can have that conversation as you follow him, since I imagine you don't want to run after him.
Timber needs Elias's help.
What do you need, Timber?
Timber's good with teeth and claws. Old Wolf wanted to be found. That is why Sweets is not Crimson. Tiara does not want to be found.
I know that. I understand that. I'm going to make Sweets understand that.
How do we make him enough words? Sweets always has words. Timber doesn't have them to make this stop. Because this is bad. The rage good, but not that rage. That rage is bad. And Timber needs it to stop.
Timber.
So,
I will take care of the old wolf. I will take care of Tiara. This will not happen again. I promise you.
if it does, Timber will be there again. With tooth and claw.
I promise you.
So does Timber. I get pills for Old Wolf. And she's going to put her head against Elias's and on his shoulder, and then go get Sweet's anxiety meds.
The two of you make a stopover at Sweets' cabin.
Yeah.
Sweets, you walk with Maggie. Maggie, who's holding in her stomach. She's bleeding pretty profusely from it. If you would like to, I mean, I guess she could sort of ride on top of you. She's quite light now. And she speaks to you. She's holding on to where she's been scraped by Tiara. She says, why? Crimson, why would you fight her? Why would you do that? She's your daughter.
Knowing that she can't understand the Garu tongue, but still speaking it nonetheless, I'll just lull his head back against her body. He'll say in the Garu tongue, I never once struck a blow. This challenge was not about fighting Tiara. It was about making the others see her. Because I can't help her alone anymore.
Of course, she can't understand you. You reach the cabin, and Marcus comes out, and he says, Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? I was heating up water for a bath for her. What the fuck happened? And he turns around and closes his eyes. So you can turn Hamid and he won't freak out.
Well, Jesus. Falcon always knows when things are wrong, and though she doesn't see it, your mother is still guided by Falcon.
This is a really, really deep cut. I got a sewing kit.
You can fix.
I can try.
I can't help. I don't know how.
Yeah. And he picks up Maggie. He lifts her up in his arms and brings her into the cabin. And as he does that, you hear someone running up behind you. And it is Talia. And she pushes you. You are so fucking stupid.
You saw.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Why didn't you just let me fight her, Dad? Why?
All of this is my fault, Talia. My covenant with Wolf.
I'm tired of this speech that you have. I'm tired of you holding on to everything and making everything your fault. All of my life, all I've ever heard is that all of us kids get everything good from Maggie and everything bad from Crimson. And that Maggie understands, but Crimson doesn't. And that's how you kept your distance from us. And anything bad that happens is your fault. And anything good that happens is Mom's fault. It's not true. It's bullshit. And it's all you've ever said to us for years. And I'm sick of it. And I want it to stop now.
I think Sweets will begin to cry. Just put his forehead to hers. I see you again, Talia Bulletproof. You've hidden from me.
No. I was always right here. You didn't want to see anything of yourselves in us. You didn't want to see anything good. Because you would have to reconcile that with yourself. Mom wasn't some miracle that you came upon. You were worth everything, and we love you. We always loved you.
Sweets was not a good father. But I'm becoming a good one. For you. And I hear your wisdom.
I want to punch you so bad right now.
They had to see her the way you and I see her, and this was the only way. You saw the doubt on their faces even when your challenge was leveled. You saw. I know you know. And I know it was... The wisdom of it is questionable. But they had to see her the way we saw her, the way we see her now, and now they do. We can still help her. You know it, as much as you don't want to believe it. As much as I don't want to believe that I see the proud, beating heart of Crimson Howler in you. Free of the sickness of Wolf. But I see it, and I acknowledge it now. They had to see her. And I'm sorry that it's gotten this far, and I couldn't make them see it before.
She pulls her arm back like she's going to hit you, and then rather just softly punches you in the chest.
I'm still bleeding.
Well, stop being so fucking stubborn and heal yourself. I have to say goodbye to Mom, and I gotta get the fuck out of here. Because if I stay here any longer, I'm gonna head right into that cabin and do something I'll regret.
I am going to go into the city tomorrow for lunch with Ilva and Bertrand and the children.
Dad.
I would like to see you.
Dad, we have bigger things. Were you not there? This is no time for you to get dementia. We don't have time to have brunch. Okay?
I just wanted to make the invitation. Please, consider it.
You have things that you need to do, Dad. That does not include brunch. Okay? Mom is here. Mom is safe. You need to help us.
What do you know about Bertrand's man?
Oh my god. I can't. And Elias and Timber, you come upon at this time of Talia. I can't. And she ignores you. Goes to Elias. Elias, please don't let my dad wander off into Berlin tomorrow to have brunch. Please go and check out the homeless encampments that my mother told everyone about.
I intend to.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go say goodbye to my mother. Thank you for helping her.
He's taken to their blood.
This is also something Timber needed to tell Berlin Pack to keep eye on your brother.
He's taken to the blood of leeches.
Dad.
It's important.
I know.
Not because it's your brother.
Dad.
Because it is someone who has been here on our land, who's touched blood.
Sweets, I think Talia is saying that she already knew and you did not.
Is that true?
Yes. I promise you it's under control. I promise you, on the list of problems, it's at the bottom.
I trust you.
Did you know there are vampires who can go out during the day and eat food, have children?
Do you judge them to be of Gaia?
I'm a Philodox. I do.
Then I trust your wisdom.
When this is all over, I'll tell you about what happened to Bertrand and why he needs that blood.
sick?
We'll talk about it another time.
We should help Maggie, and Sweets should take pills.
I think that's the moment where Sweets realizes that he's been hyperventilating and that his hands have been shaking.
Hana, you can come out from the woods at this point, if you like. And Lorelei, you're done locking up Tiara in the cabin with the silver chains on her. You can rejoin your pack if you like. Talia touches you on the shoulder, Elias, and she says, I know it's a heavy burden, Wormfoe, and it's not yours. Please take care of my father until I get back.
The entirety of the sept is of the sept.
We'll be in touch. And she leaves.
Hana does come out of the woods after a bit. Can it be in a different form than it's not her Hispo form anymore, but it is her lupus form, which is a giant Newfoundland.
Yeah.
I did make 2 rage checks to heal, and I did succeed on both.
You may keep your rage then.
And could I have hunted something?
Yeah, I'll
like
allow
a
it.
rabbit or something
I'll
like
allow
that?
it,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Probably the first time that Hana's actually done something like that. She's not going to acknowledge it, but she's going to go up to Timber and then drop the rabbit next to her.
We will talk later about this. Maybe give to kitchen until we're done. Do you mean to do that with face? Like Sweets?
I
Never.
don't know what she means.
Never mind. It's
This is
fine.
the player saying I don't know what that means.
So fluffy. Okay.
So
You don't look like a wolf.
Oh.
Why you cuddly?
Why
Why you fluffy? Why you fluffy like that? Bruh. Bruh.
Fix your face.
You know what? Fine. At that, Hana is just going to like get up onto her hind legs for a second and then attempt to like do the dog thing of just like licking the face and then go back down
First just
and almost like
over and make sure that Sweets takes and gets the pill bottle open since he's hyperventilating and we're a mess.
This did
We
you
deal
draw
in-
did you draw the moot to a close, Wormfoe?
Cascada spoke. And as I told you before, she's not dead yet. This is her sept.
I agree. And you are hers. She vested a great amount of power in you to administrate the majority of the moot this evening.
And I failed her in that
You
because
did
I
not
misplaced my trust.
speak it.
Why didn't you fight?
It would not have accomplished what was necessary.
Your death?
I had no intent on dying.
Looking at her now, do you think she would have accepted your surrender?
I wouldn't have given one, but I wouldn't have died either. I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
I saw your tricks. You danced, and you were wounded, and you nearly got yourself and your wife killed.
The latter is what was regrettable, but I hear you.
Which are you? Enough of this. You pull from both at times of need. Are you the young wolf, Crimson Howler, the one with fight? The one that makes mistakes? The one with rage? Are you the old wise wolf, sense of sweet water? Which are you?
I don't think things are that black and white.
They have to be.
Such certainty. Has Horned Serpent not taught you that there is space in the middle?
We aren't questioning me right now. Sense the sweet water, Crimson Howler. Look at me. You spoke a number of years ago when we went to find Hannah. I'm not even sure if you remember what you said. You said you found me. As if I was a new pup. You didn't find me, old man. I am no pup. This is not my first cairn. I know the temptation of wolf. I have hunted it. What that woman feels towards you is not wolf. That is hatred from a daughter to her father. That is not something you can heal. That is not something that you get to sit and say there is a path to walk.
That is not for Heart Eater to decide.
When it becomes a concern of this cairn and this sept, it is. So I ask you again, are you crimson or are you sweets? Are you wise or are you a fool?
Are you the leader of my pack?
I am your worm foe.
Are you asking me if I am of the worm?
I'm asking you where your wisdom is. Because even an old wise man can see when there is a lost cause.
I don't believe that. I don't believe in lost causes. I believe in people too weak to fight a battle. And I am not too weak for this one.
Marcus emerges from the cabin. Hi. Can we have this discussion somewhere else?
We can.
Dad, you should go in and see Mom.
Give me a moment. I'll meet you all at my cabin.
Lorelei, I need some help. How are you with stitching?
Never done it, but I can figure it out.
Please help me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
You can roll me intelligence and medicine. Or wits and medicine, whichever's higher for you.
Wait. Never thought I'd say that.
Mm-hmm. Marcus hands you a piece of paper, Sweets.
Mm-hmm. Read it.
Before Mom took off, while I was attempting to make her a bath, she wrote down 4 locations of places she knows where people went missing.
And put it in his pocket. He'll go to Maggie and just stroke her hair.
4 successes. Lorelei's in there. Yeah, you're actually. When you were in university, you had to do some extracurriculars. Like you always have to do extracurriculars. You have to do something to fill out your thing. And you decided to head over to the theater. You didn't make the cut to actually be in any of the productions, but they did put you in the backstage working on costuming. So you have some experience with sewing, apparently. And I'm going to give you a dot in crafting and take a dot in sewing, please. It's your specialty.
Oh my God,
I don't know if that'll ever come in handy, but here we go. Hannah has a crafting and culinary, so who knows when it will come in handy.
I'm excited to see what happens with that rabbit.
yeah. So you can you watch Lorelei pretty deftly sew up your wife's stomach.
There's a conversation that'll happen there later, but he's tending to Maggie, just smiling down at her.
She's sweating. She looks like she's overexerted herself and hasn't in a long time. And she says, "Is Tiara going to be okay?"
In time.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I realize that now.
No, you shouldn't have. But death takes last.
I don't want to stay in Marcus's cabin. I want to stay with you.
Okay.
When you're ready to lay down, just come and get me. What is your name?
Lorelei. The pleasure.
Likes a statue.
I get that a lot.
She was the ward of Lorelei Savagewind.
You're her daughter? No, her daughter was Renata.
Trained under her. Under Lilith.
Ah, you are very skilled. You are a child of Gaia?
Black Fury.
Oh. I have never seen a Black Fury with the mother's touch. How interesting.
You remember that song we used to listen to? Oh, the times are changing.
Yes. Thank you, Lorelei. Dankeschön.
I'll come back for you when it's time to rest.
Hannah is just gonna go fucking because like we gotta go to the happiest of happy places. We're going back to the kitchen for Hannah. And we're going to cook that rabbit.
Love the idea of Anna being like, all right, that was fucked. In the woods, rabbit, happy place, cooking.
Yep. No, we're doing that because Maggie's hurt, and hurt and healing usually means hungry because the body's working double time to heal itself.
Aren't you just the best child of rat ever?
So yeah.
I guess we're going to the mess hall then.
What is the conversation that you want to have?
You weren't done, Heart Eater.
I would speak with you alone.
I think we all need to hear this. I don't think you're entirely wrong either. So please, speak your truth.
That girl is lost. I finally see the wisdom in what you said. Ragabash speaks wisdom. She does not want to be found. And to drag her kicking and screaming is not going to work. She is lost. Not because of Wolf, not because of Hauglask. She hates you.
Others have hated me before, and it didn't make them lost. And perhaps I'm not the one to heal her. I can't visit her anymore. Someone else will need to do this.
No sweets. Tiara's not lost. Tiara picked path. Tiara is on path Tiara wants to be.
She told me it was her choice to leave. But I don't think she just meant leaving.
No.
And it's not Sweet's fault. It is not Crimson's fault.
This is happening in the mess hall, right?
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we should look at her. Maybe there's something deeper wrong with her.
There isn't.
Do you know that for a fact? After everything that just happened tonight?
There's something wrong with her, but what it is precisely what it is. And as free as she was to choose this path, she is free to stew on it and consider another.
Sweets needs to accept that maybe
She will not choose another path. And I accept that. If that is the case.
it's been years.
And it will likely be more.
And we have job to do, so Timber will make sure Den is set up in city. Talk with brother's mate.
Not unwise.
At that mention, Moorwalker walks in with his 2 children and walks up to you, Sweets. He says, say goodbye to the grandkids. I'm taking them with me. Not to live with the pack. Don't worry.
Where are you taking them?
I hired a nanny. She is going to be... Pack is above. I'll be below. The floor below.
Am I free to see them when I'm in the city?
Yeah, when they're not in school. Don't scare the nanny, please. She's very expensive.
I can be a sweet old man when it suits me.
The humans all feel our rage in some way or another. You know what I mean.
I'll let you know when I go to see them, and you can let her know I'm coming.
Say goodbye for now.
He crouches down. He holds them close. My Jürgen and my Leah.
They don't look happy. They don't have to say anything for you to know they're wondering where their mother is.
I'll kiss them each on the forehead. Opa will come see you soon.
Bring
I'll bring-
sweets.
I am sweet. And they'll kiss them on the forehead.
And they sort of laugh, and Leah says, Nee, ich meine, du bringst Süßigkeiten mit.
I'll make sure he does.
Wie viel Rittersport für dich, meine Kind?
Alle?
Doch.
Lorelei hat die besten.
Stimmt.
Here, try this. And she's gonna bring a little bit of the rabbit that she just cooked.
And Jürgen and Leah both go, eee!
Trust me, it tastes really good.
Gehe jetzt mit deinem Vater.
Send me.
They don't want to eat it. They're picky children.
Gibt ihr dein Leben.
Wir lieben
I
dich auch.
cooked it with a honey glaze, so it has a very sweet crust.
Müssen wir?
Ob du willst.
They hold out their hand.
Place. It's like little. It's like just a bite each because it's not like.
Morsels.
They look at it. Genau wie Thumper von Bambi.
Nee, von Thumper. And it'll just gotta get big.
And they eat it, and they go, Dankeschön.
And she's gonna go back to cooking. We're getting ready to plate this.
He'll just look Moorwalker in the eyes. It is your turn.
Yeah, all it took was a few coils of silver chains, eh?
Not in front of the children.
We'll be in touch.
I'll see you soon, son.
I don't like that. And he leaves.
Food's almost ready. I'm kind of hungry. Is everybody else hungry? I could eat.
When you shift, especially in times of heightened circumstances such as this, you are always hungry when you shift back to your helmet form. Always.
Yeah.
Yes. Yulian always says food puts a smile on the face. So she's going to start offering plates of the rabbit. It's cooked with vegetables, potatoes, honey glaze. It's really, really good, really sweet and savory.
Thank
Gonna
you.
make me roll for it.
No.
Thank you for providing for your pack.
Just doing my part. This eases me. My happy place cooking. I think. Yes.
So all of you may enjoy a meal of rabbit. Hasen, so I'd say here.
Again.
Again. And you have a list, Sweets, of places that you need to begin investigating as your daughter leads her pack back to Berlin, along with your grandchildren, in order for them to begin their full throttle investigation of something called the Shadow Bane. And that is where we are going to end Session 2, Sense the Sickness, for this evening. Wonder why I called it that. Thank you so much, everybody.